The video that you're about to watch is what God had revealed to me prior to the cities and towns being closed down across the nation. And so I told this to our church during our spring conference in the beginning of March. I told them God had given me a message. And the message that I've got from what you're about to observe is God is starting to pull things apart one board at a time. And then you'll see where they would be cooking food on the outside, a grill. And so the grill represent like a heating up, God is heating up things. We have become too uncomfortable, and so God is heating up things. And also He's gonna burn it like chef. So you see a trash can turn over, where God is like gonna burn the chef, and also you see houses being turned over. And the house that's been turned over, and you don't see anybody doing it, but you see it turned over. And also, in addition to that, you'll see a trash can in the middle of the street, also that where I had thrown garbage and stuff too. And also, like what happened in terms of when I went down, I'm going to say this a little bit. I actually put the lid back over, flipped it from that lid that flipped over against the church. I would say, somebody said the ball is in the hands of the church. Also, that the pot represent, God says like it's going to be like water at the bottom of that grill for for African American people of color, for the church, actually for the church. And then there's going to be a hole there and there for an escape. But if the people don't take advantage of that, then there's going to be on the bottom of that grill what is like an escape through a hole. But if you don't repent, it won't be a place for you to escape, even if you get down into the water. Trash can, set it back up. I also closed the lid on the grill, but I didn't set up the dollhouse that day. I was intending to do it, but I was after I found out that nobody turned it over. No one had turned it over, but God had done it. And I went and I thought about it later. So I should have set up the dollhouse too. So I went back the next day to set it up. But some of the homeless people had seen it turned over. They had came into the yard and they set it up. So what I did is I turned it back down and then I set it back up again, because I thought I should have set it up the first day. But you can get your interpretation of that. All right.
This is just a close-up view, kind of like that, looking at what I was looking at when I came up to this area to look at. And I wonder who overturned the trash cans and who overturned the big playhouse. That was on my mind, because I'm figuring the street people are angry because I threw away all of this. They had a lot of clothes and stuff on the street, laying around looking all junk and making trashy looking. So I took that stuff up and threw it in the dumpster. I figured they were getting back at me by coming over and turning over all this stuff. When I walked up to the church, and as I looked, this is the way I've seen things. The big playhouse was turned over. The trash can had been moved about 10 feet from where it normally was behind the church. And I was very angry because just a couple of days before, the street people, I had took their stuff and threw it in the trash and across the street. I had thrown it right over there across the street in a big dumpster on the trash. So I was very upset, and as I left, let me go inside, and not thinking I'm just going to go in to the back and straighten the stuff up. But then I was angry. I'm like, something like a voice said to me, go look at the video. But I was just going to look at the video because I was very upset. I wasn't really listening to the voice. I was going to look at it to see who knocked over all of this stuff. That's why I was going. I was going because I was upset. I was going like, who it is so I can go over there and get on them. That's what I was thinking about. And I was going to ban them from coming. I figured this was street people stuff because they had messed up street. Like around here, I've got to do, we give out food, we handicap, we help people out. So I was trying to do that. And I was think why I'm trying to help them and they're just screwing stuff up. Let me see if we know what we're doing here. Okay, starting here. Seemed like the boards was moved up. Oh, one at a time. Okay. It looked like it started here. It took the wood up and then it peeled it over. Got here. It took this here is like, where people's barbecue. It opened the top up like a fire that's burning. And it's interesting that the lead went over, rested against the church. Down here, this is where this trash can is. And this trash can it's like a heavy trash can. Like made out of stone so it won't move. And it's like about 100 pounds or so or whatever, and it moved from there all the way over here, and it has trash in it, so it's interesting. And then over here you have it's like a playhouse. This playhouse is about 6 feet tall and about more than look like 4 feet or more wide at the bottom, and it has stuff inside. And so it usually was here. So I guess it looked and picked it over here. And I think the interesting thing about this also, if you know the film, out here on the ground, well, like there was like the weekend coming up. It's some of the homeless people, they had stuff on the sidewalk around here. I took all that stuff and I put it in the trash can across the street. I put all it, which is interesting. From here, which is interesting, right across from here, I put all that stuff in the trash. I don't know if you could see people are working on this building here, but I don't know if you can see also, it's a white truck, but behind it, they had like the garbage bin out, so I put all that stuff over there in the garbage, in the trash and stuff like that. And you see on the film, it's like a trash can that's rolling over there, and I thought it was interesting that I had taken the stuff like the weekend before this happened and put all the days before it happened. I took that stuff and I had an altercation, and I told them that they should be respectful around here about the house of God, and I had chastised them, and then they had came the weekend on the Saturday and told me. The girls came and said they were sorry, and then on Saturday some of the guys who they kind of like, I guess, whatever they do around here, they came and said, well, we're working on it. We're going to make sure that this place is like not stuff is done. We talked to them about it, and I was like, so what happened when I came and I had originally seen
this stuff all down. I was very angry because I figured that they was taking a revenge back on me for having thrown all that stuff in the trash, really. And I was very angry. But God was talking to me, but I couldn't hear God talking to me because I was so angry about seeing this stuff turned over, seeing how this, like all of this stuff was done. When I looked, I was angry. But God kept talking to me and said, go look at the camera. But I wasn't going to look at the camera for the reason that I was going. I was going to look at it because I was angry and I wanted to see who did it so I could go at them. That was kind of my attitude about it. All right. Okay. Kind of everything is back in place. That's closed. I put the trash can back where it's gold. This trash can is about, I don't know, over 4 feet high. This trash can is over, the trash can is over 4 feet high. It's about, I don't know, about almost 3 feet wide. 3 feet wide, and it's in a secure area. Hit the playhouse back up. I guess it's about 6 feet high. Okay, this is right there. This is me to show you how high the playhouse is. So it's almost about 6 feet. It's actually, I guess, because I actually am about like that. That is me. That's about the height of the thing. It's probably higher than I am. But let me go ahead and turn around and keep sitting around, so I'm away from it. So away from it and holding the camera up high, it looks smaller. But I guess if I went by the fence, you can see, and really back up to this fence, you can see that the fence is over my head.